Alrighty, hello. In today's build review, we're gonna be looking over this particular build. I know it's either this one or the other one, and realistically I'm looking over this one. Technically this doesn't have to be a Blast from the Past build, but I prefer it to be a Blast from the Past build. But we're gonna do a deep dive into this one today and see what I could change, what I could personally change, or what you could possibly have as a build. But without further ado, let's get into the build diving. Alrighty, so we're gonna mostly look at her. We're gonna look at Clip as overall. High caliber harvest. Objects destroyed by anti-materia charge have a 33% chance to drop additional ingredients. This is her sub commander perk, and then this is her commander perk. This is the commander perk. This is the one that actually we care about in this particular build. High caliber harvest plus. Objects destroyed by anti-materia charge have a 100% chance to drop additional ingredients, which means whenever they just drop ingredients, they drop extra ingredients, materials such as like stuff that you'll see on screen. Basically, they have a chance to drop any of that. Blast from the Past, I could definitely change this. Hi, yeah, this is your chance to consider subscribing, liking, and commenting the video down below. I'm not gonna say, oh, you should do it, because my content should be enough to make you consider it or actually do it, as it has been enough in the past. Anyways, I do hope you guys stick around for the rest of the video. And anyways, right back to it. Actually, probably. I could probably change this maybe to this. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe increasing anti-materia charge, because she's technically not supposed to be like a combat hero, really. I'm gonna clear all here, actually. Long Arm of the Law, I'm gonna put that on, and then we're just gonna have support, which I'm definitely gonna have her on the team, because there is no chance in the absolute world that you don't want to have this on your team. Increases anti-materia charge, heavy attack efficiency by 28%. It basically takes the energy down that it costs, and it actually is very significant, because it takes it down from needing. Hold up, I realize this isn't recording audio from this. Give me 1 second to change this. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I had to change that, but now it should be playing audio. Regardless. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, increases heavy attack efficiency. It basically takes the energy needed to use it down. Instead of because it would usually be like roughly 50% of your energy. Like I think it would take, I'm not exactly sure on numbers. You'll probably see it on screen as I'm editing this. I'm not exactly sure on numbers, but I'm pretty sure it took like around 50 energy to do the heavy anti-material charge, which means you would have to do it, which means you'd only get 2 hits and it takes it down by that, so you'd be able to get 3 hits off now, which before you run out of energy, obviously. And since energy is a problem, we are going to have him on the team. Obviously, while shield is depleted, regenerates 4 energy per second. This is the reason why you would have this is the exact reason why you do have Blast from the Past on instead of this. But she is a she is a natural born farming one, but I am gonna put Blast from the Past on just so this can be active, just so this can be constantly active. Therefore, I will actually more than likely put this one on, because sometimes you do need to tank attacks, especially if you're just farming. Unfortunately, there's no real way around that, especially if you want to use him in the build, which you kind of would need some way to supplement your energy usage, which is why I say having him. She's basically kind of a, well, I don't want to say she's a dead slot. She's an amazing hero. She's an amazing tank defensive hero, and she will probably feature a lot more on other builds, such as like defensive builds, but right now, yeah. And then we're probably gonna go over to Outlanders, and I don't want to put coconuts on, really. I will, however, oh wow, I will actually, it's hard because it's just like, there's not a ton else that you can really put on for a command. Okay, well, it depends, because it really does depend on what you want out of a hero. Because obviously none of these guys would be good because she's not supposed to be combat oriented. But if I was to say, I'm gonna put her on because the double sprint stamina. I'm pretty sure there's another hero that does that. That does something a little better. I'm not exactly sure what hero it is that does it better, but I think it's a ninja. I just don't have that said ninja. Actually, hang on, I'll be right back. Let me see if I can't find it. Bruh. Oh my god. I mean, shields aren't helpful, but like, this is something to keep in mind for the future, just in case. Smoke bomb restores shields and freezes enemies for 5 seconds. Wait. This might be something to look into. Unironically, this might be something to look into as just a fun, stupid ninja build. This might be something to look into, though. Maybe it'll be next episode. Who knows? But I do... Scurry Shoal. Is he here now? Hang on, let me check that. Is he here now? Because that might be something to look for. That might be something... That might be... Yep, he is. Right there. Alright, well... I'm gonna look into him for a build, actually, then. Not this episode. You'll get it next episode, but yeah. Okay, never mind. I searched through the entire collection book, and, well, I only really searched the ninja area, and I didn't find it. So, for now, I'll probably just look at this build if someone finds out what hero that was that I was thinking about, and you're a super safe little nerd, you can leave it down in the comments, but I just didn't really see it, so whatever. For now, I'm just gonna go with this, but there possibly is a better hero. I'll probably look it up, so you might see it on screen now, but whatever. Anyways, we're moving on, and we're gonna have someone else on this build. Let's see, because this is a farming build, and we already have basically everything that we could want on said farming build. I don't really think there's much else to add. Like, because we're not really going for farming. We're not really going for, like, for fighting. Because we don't really need to fight them, so we're not really gonna pay attention too much to them. So I would either think maybe this one, because of the damage and melee attack speed, possibly, and that could work for a pickaxe, even though it's not really meant for a pickaxe. Or we could go for wherever that other one is, where she increases pickaxe damage. I just don't remember where she is. There she is. I don't think I have her higher, unironically. I might. She's an Outlander, so let me go look into the Outlanders and see if I have her any higher than that. It's not looking like it so far. Wow, I can't believe I never leveled her up. Wow, that's kind of wild. Yeah, I never really did level her up. Unless she's here somewhere. And she's out on an expedition, which I don't think she is. Yeah, no, she's not on an expedition, so yeah. Wow, I never equipped her once. Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna throw pickaxe damage on, I guess, and level her up, and then I'll be right back as soon as I level her up. Alright, she's leveled, and now we're gonna put on the gadgets and obviously supply drop. And since we don't have coconuts on this build, we're gonna go with the adrenaline rush. Since, again, this isn't a combat-oriented build, so we're not gonna have it. And I am actually going to put defenders on this build, just because, like, realistically, we won't be defending. We won't be really fighting. So these guys can handle the handle the fighting. They'll probably die, but they'll be a good distraction while we get materials, so. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go into a mission, and we're gonna go into a resupply and see how we do. How this build does. I'll be back once I find a... Never mind, I guess. I was about to say, I'll be back once I find a decent resupply, but this works. Okay, we're gonna load into the mission. I'll be back once we're in the mission. Alrighty. We are here. We are here in the mission in real time. Let's see. That's 1. That's 2 that we could do. That's 3, and that's 4, and that's all we can do. It takes roughly 30 energy. Yeah, it takes like 30 energy. It takes like 37 energy, I think. Yeah, it takes roughly 30 plus energy to do. Like I said, I'm not going to be fighting. I'm just focused on getting materials. That is it. Get a smasher too. You guys handle that. I'm not handling that. You guys got that. Yeah, but realistically, this build probably isn't. We'll see how this build is performing. So far, I would say it's performing pretty decently. It's like on average. The pickaxe damage is pretty good. It's destroying stuff. It is destroying stuff a lot faster, but it's more so about the. Well, okay, for this one, you definitely need the pickaxe damage for this one. Because you really can't anti-material charge that. But it's mostly for the anti-material charge to get it more effective and faster. And when you can't anti-material charge, you just pickaxe stuff. Ooh, coal. I will never pass up coal. Oh, there's more coal in the ceiling. Or roof or whatever. I don't know what you would call it inside of a cave. The cave roof? I don't know. Whatever you call it. Hover. Hey, that was close. Sure, I am leaving you to be. I'm leaving you be. This. So far, this build is decent, pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's changed all that much. It doesn't feel like it has changed that much. Like, cause this is a build that I used to run a lot, and right now, as like an Outlander, it doesn't seem like it's changed all that much. Obviously, because it's not much different from the build that I had on currently before this. But it is different in the ways of like, oh yeah, maybe like, I don't know. It's just a little different, and and unfortunately, you really don't need too many farming builds in this game. And that's primarily what Outlanders are used for, because they're not really known for the damage. There's like one funny, I think, damage Outlander battle build. It's like there is like one funny one. That's the way. Oh, is that the orange cat? Hey, is it Kit or yeah, it's the orange cat. But yeah, like I was saying, it doesn't really feel much different, and there's only really one Outlander build that you really do tend to do. Oh, Survivor. Survivor. Defender's down. There really isn't. there's like one funny build with the new Outlanders that we got recently. Well, recently. I don't know when's the last time the game was updated with them, but like the Oddish Outlanders like quest line. That quest line was the quest line that we got the 2 Outlanders for the funny builds. And outside of that, that's about the extent of their use. I mean, I might put together a build that highlights them, but for now, probably not. Because I'm trying to do one build for like highlighting the specific hero class's specific strengths, and Outlanders are usually used for farming, so that's why you're seeing this video come out first before any others, really. Before any other like funny little stupid Outlander builds. And yes, the ninja one is going to be full on stupid. The ninja build is going to be full on stupid, but it is what it is. Ninjas, I don't really think they're known for their their like close proximity, but I kind of want to actually, we'll see. We'll see when that video actually gets worked on, because that one's gonna be just a stupid build, and I don't think I want to have a stupid build as like the first build that everyone sees that you guys see of a ninja. So I might record that one, but I probably won't upload it for a good time until I get off of at least the initial hero builds set. Which next up is actually probably ninjas. Soldiers are probably going to be last. Soldiers will probably be on Wednesday, if I get the video recorded in time. Which I probably will, because I'm probably just going to sit down for a while and just record for now. So, these next 3 videos are going to be recorded in tandem with each other, i.e. meaning that they're like recorded like all on the same day, all within the same like kind of period of like a couple hours, but they're definitely not being edited on the same day. Absolutely not. They'll probably be edited over this weekend for me. For you guys, it'll be last weekend, but for me, it's this weekend. So I don't have to like stress out about needing to edit. Well, I probably still will stress out a bit about needing to edit, but yeah. Regardless, I will probably see you back at home base, because you probably have enough footage by now to notice like how this build is decent for a farming build, but outside of that, that's kind of about it, and there's not really much to go on about a farming build in this day and age. It's just like, it's a farming build, it's pretty standard, has standard heroes at this point that you would probably expect in it. If you're like a really good Save the World player, you'd probably expect these heroes to be in a farming build. If you're not if you're like just starting at Save the World, then, well, first off, welcome. Second off, this is a pretty common like builds. This is a pretty common-ish build setup. It's either Clip or where is he? It's either Clip or him, the one with Sagittarian focus. Fossil Southie, sorry. I blanked on his name for a second, that's why I looked that up. But yeah, it's either Fossil Southie or Clip, and yeah. But yeah, I'll be back once this mission is over. Alright, yeah, back at home base. I'm not sure how because I might be coming back to look at this build sometime else when someone makes another comment about it, like, oh, this build is bad, try this, or like, oh, this build is bad, or like that last comment that you see, that the last video was literally based off of. I don't know if this is gonna be a series or not, whether looking into builds or not. All I know is that I am gonna do these at least base hero builds, like, well, quote-unquote base hero, meaning the 4 central heroes, meaning Soldier, Constructor, Outlander, and Ninja. We did Constructor on Wednesday. We did Outlanders today. You're getting a Ninja video on Monday. You're getting it. You're getting a Ninja video on Monday. an Outlander video on Wednesday, and then a ninja, and then a stupid ninja build on Friday, and then after that I don't know. But yeah, that's what you're getting. Personally, this build is alright, I would say. It's probably not the best. There's a lot that could be changed, like maybe Blast from the Past could be changed. If there was another hero that didn't rely on your shield being depleted, then you could definitely have something. Or if you could deplete your shield yourself, maybe. But as it stands, this is probably the best sort of setup for her, and even then it's just kind of standard. But yeah, I will see you guys next time for another build, I guess. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.